Do any of you feel sometimes as though you're having a hard time showing up for yourself or for your friends, your family, your job? Maybe some of you are having a really hard time tapping into joy right now, or maybe you're feeling pretty dark in a lower space mentally or emotionally. Perhaps with it, you might be having some physical issues that are interfering with the way that you would like to be presenting yourself, the things that you would love to be doing with your life right now, with your work, with your spare time. If you're having a hard time and you find yourself in more of a darker space than what it feels the people around you might be going through, it's important to know that you're not alone, that this is not just you, and that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel with how you're feeling. Now, you probably have noticed a big gap, a little bit of an absence on my end with my social media, my work, a little blocking off of my calendar for clients for a while. And you probably noticed that this was not the first time either, that there was a bit of an absence. um, and so as time goes on and I shift and I transform and grow, I get more of a nudge more and more from my spirit team to start opening up more and sharing more with everyone about my own journey, my own struggles, if you will, with my health. And this includes mental health and the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul for me has been many times throughout my life. Uh, Probably the most significant one was in 2019. And I'm getting the message that there are a lot of people who either need this right now or will be needing this. So I wanted to just explain to you a bit that sometimes the way that these spiritual shakeups, transformations, awakenings happen, they present themselves in ways where a lot of things around you will sort of crumble. Things that you counted on, things that you could rely on, are no longer available for you to lean into. And a lot of times mentally, it can feel like a crisis. Sometimes it can be a crisis. And physically, it can be really scary as well. You might be having a lot of symptoms, whether it's from something known or something unknown that you've had a million tests for from the doctors and no answers. A lot of times there is a huge connection, a huge correlation there. So recently, I was in the hospital for a little bit. I'm okay. It's been a recovery. Um, and I received so many messages from my spirit team, so many downloads. There's so much to share and explain. I've had mystery health issues for most of my life, which is a whole topic within itself to dive into, which we will at some point. But well, this time it wasn't so much a mystery, it was definitely unexpected. And there is just such a huge emphasis on resting and recovering and not diving back into everything, especially the work and the offerings and the social life. This really honed in for me on the importance of the rest and the recovery. I have not done much for weeks, up until recently, and I'm still on the tail end of the recovery part, the resting part. And the message that I was getting, one of many, was the emphasis on not being hard on myself. And this is something that's important to share with everyone. When you're not doing the things that you want to be doing, it's okay. And it's important that you're not placing blame on yourself or shaming yourself. It's important that you are giving yourself love, nurturing, self-care. All of these things are really important in general, but especially when you're going through something that's dark, difficult, painful, scary, sad, depressing. Accepting where you are at and accepting yourself, showing yourself love, care, being good to yourself by not overwhelming yourself and giving your body time to rest as well as your mind. It's so important. So if you've been feeling hard on yourself or feeling ashamed, it's important to remember that that is not conducive to your healing on this part of your journey. That it's really important to embrace yourself and where you're at. And another part of the messages that I was getting was that in accepting where I'm at the time, the less resistance that you have, the easier it is to experience it from a different perspective. It makes things a lot easier to navigate when you're not fighting where you're at. And I know that that is not always an easy an easy thing to do, but it's something that I encourage you to try and practice. And so with that, a lot of my work, for those of you who are familiar with me or who are not, a lot of my work is centered on dark night of the soul and connecting with your higher self, because a huge part of my dark night of the soul was connected to my higher self and my relationship with her. And it's a pretty interesting story. And so I work with people to help them merge and blend with their higher self, with their authentic self, so that you don't feel so lost, so that you get your spark back, so that you feel more aligned, more centered with yourself. And this work that I do, it's something from this place of deep experience. So it was important to me to share a little bit about what I'm doing and my own path, which is definitely, it's been a long, long, long journey, lots of growth for sure. But it has not been easy. And I will be sharing more and more and more on all of this. And ways to help support you as well as you go through your own dark night or your own healing crisis, so to speak. So I hope that this message finds you well, but please know that there will be much more down the road centering around the dark night and the way that you connect and interact with your higher self. So if anyone has any questions, you can always write in the comment box or message me on my website, healbydawn.com, if you do have any questions about this work. And I do offer sessions for the dark night of the soul, connecting with your higher self, which you can find on my website if you ever are in need of that kind of assistance. So if you have made it this far into my video, I will be doing right now just a quick energy healing, sending you healing energy using the crystal garnet. This crystal has been really significant on my healing journey the last several years. And this is the one that I'm often guided to take with me when I go for a walk. This is the one that when I am working on offerings, I'm guided to have nearby. And so this healing is to help you feel more grounded in your body and more open in your heart space. This is just a really nice energy offering to help you feel some warmth. And I'm getting the message as I'm talking to feel some peace and forgiveness. So if you would like to take a moment and close your eyes, and you can take a nice deep breath in, holding it and letting it out now. One more deep breath in, holding and out. And as you sit here in this space, see a beautiful, deep red flame traveling from your crown at the top of your head, going all the way down your face, the back of your head, your throat, your neck, down your shoulders, your arms, into your hands, the tips of your fingers, going down your chest, your upper back, your upper stomach, down your lower back, your hips, your pelvis, continuing down your thighs, your knees, your calves, all the way to the bottom of your feet. And this light continues to grow out the bottom of your feet, down into the earth, going deeper and deeper and deeper, deeper until it reaches the center of the earth, where it tethers you tightly to Mother Earth, keeping you grounded as this light pulsates through you, watching as it expands further and further out of your body until it circles you, all of you, into your aura with this beautiful light, with this beautiful garnet energy. And as you sit here in this space, we continue to send healing and clearing. And this beautiful red light slowly starts to come back into your body, all the way back, where it settles at the base of your spine, at your root chakra, burning brightly for the next 24 hours, sending you healing energy as you need it throughout the day. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes and come back to center, coming back to your body fully. Thank you for sitting with me and spending some time with me. I hope that this message resonates with you. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Bye.